Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Esteemed FaceTime with Leaders, an initiative by World Development Corporation. I'm Vinu Anand, anchor at World Development Corporation. FaceTime with Leaders is a platform for industry titans to share their experiences, thoughts, ideas, and best practices in order to inspire one another and future leaders. In a nutshell, we attempt to encapsulate the multi decadal learnings acquired by these industry leaders. We also hope that by conducting these FaceTime with leaders interviews and stalwarts, we can bring together a global community of eminent personalities. By bringing together such vision, this is what we aim for with these sessions, by making them a gathering of industry stalwarts and a knowledge sharing community. We have one such personage on FaceTime with leaders with us today, Mr. Yogesh More. He has an experience that spans over a decade. During this tenure, he has displayed his exemplary prowess as program and project manager and domain business analyst across the fields of capital markets, derivative commodities, fixed income, and so forth. He has also displayed exemplary skills in the migration of manual accounting systems to automated ones and creating a journal ledger posting system for different investment banks. Currently, he is working as a delivery manager and associate director at LT Mindtree Limited, where he is responsible for overseeing the delivery of the accounting programs for an investment bank managing the financing accounting related tasks of products like credit cards, loans, and so forth. Welcome here, sir.
So, thank you, Venu, for the generous introduction, and very good morning to everyone who are listening to this FaceTime to Leader. And thank you, WDC, for giving me this opportunity to be part of the FaceTime with Leader series. Okay, so to start with, there are many learnings which I have, but the most profound one, right? It was when I was at the starting of my career, when I was going to join Bombay Stock Exchange BSE, and I was coming from a engineering background, and the task which I was given, it was more on the financial side, and I was not that time I was not at all aware about what the capital market is, what are fixed income, what are derivatives, and all big jargons in financial industry. Okay, but I took that as an opportunity, and uh, I kind of learned all these things, and within 3 years of my joining BSc, I was kind of giving trainings to the people who were seeking more knowledge, more information about the capital markets and all these big things where a layman person do not know what these things are. Okay, so that learning curve, I still actually I'm still learning as I'm giving this interview as well. I would say I'm learning a lot of things. Okay, so that learning attitude is the most important thing which I'm carrying along. Okay, so that is the most important thing which I would like to point out. So I would suggest that don't give learning any time in your life. You would be student the whole of your life.
Thank you so much. You have grown from nascent roles to delivery manager and associate director at LT Mindtree Limited, which is the most amazing feat that you have achieved in your career.
Oh, that would be there are many things which I can tell, but the most important, or the one which I could remember for whole of my life, would be one particular implementations what we did for a French bank, okay, for its Hong Kong entity from India. Okay, so we were kind of doing this migration, or moving from one system to another system, or automating the systems, uh, like from India, for a headquarter based in France, and the entity based in Hong Kong. So we would have to start at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 a.m. Indian Standard Time, because that would be around 9:30 a.m. in Hong Kong, when they start their operations and their day, and we have to continue till around 10 p.m. in the night, so that we covered the French counterparts as well. Okay, so and this was done for around 7 years, 7 months by my team, and it was like we were picking up a needle from the haystack in a hurricane. Okay, and it was profound uh, efforts put in by everyone, right from my team, and everyone who were supporting, and at the end we delivered that successfully, and it actually created a lot of value for my organization as well as the client organization, and in the most important thing is that it avoided a penalty from the regulator onto the investment bank. So that actually gave us a lot of satisfaction for what we have done and how we have done it. Okay, so it was kind of an very I would say an impossible feat which we have achieved.
Amazing. Lots to learn. So, what would you like to advise future leaders of the corporate world in India?
Okay, to advise with respect to the first and the foremost thing, it would be you should not never underestimate the power of continuous learning. Okay, so you be a student all of your life. Okay, if you feel that okay, this is it, I'm not able to grab anything more, I cannot study anything, I cannot learn anything, then that's a kind of a warning or a alarm bell which you have to listen to and act on, so that you again kind of instigate and start learning in your life. So because if you do not learn continuously, you would be stagnated. Okay, it's not the job role which is stagnant, it is you who gets stagnated. Okay, so basically if you learn, there would be no stopping for you. Second thing, what I would like to tell and advise aspiring and the future leaders is that never underestimate your team, because you are what your team is. Okay, your team's triumph is your success. Okay, you would be a success model only if your team succeeds. Okay, so never, and then that particular trust, okay, between you and your team, that will build up the relationship. Okay, so that for any issue or any problem, any setup or any particular professional requirement, you can go ahead and actually ask your team to give maybe 150%, not 100%. Okay, because that way your team also knows that okay, my boss or my manager or my leader is behind me all the time, whatever is the situation. And uh, I have gone to an extent to kind of have the trust being built up within the team members at a personal level as well. Okay, I'll always ask them if you have any personal issue, and if I will be able to help that out, I'll be more than happy. Because whatever we say that we keep work and our personal life like different, like we will not take work at home and we will keep our work at office, but that's practically it's not possible. There would be some overlap between the two. So so and and the personal things actually impacts your efficiency, your effort, your productivity. So I make it a point that team is given the foremost.
Thank you for your inputs. Have you ever felt a better need for ESG integration in any of the firms you have worked for?
Now, given last 2 to 3 years, the ESG has got a profound and palpable importance. Okay, so it's not only for the big 100 or big 500 to work with respect to ESG, because the ESG will actually take into consideration everyone, right from the environment, the social, and the governance thing. Up till now, what was happening was the companies were only focusing on the governance part of it. Okay, there was no social. There were social things which companies were taking care of, but that was just a norm of the governance. Okay, or the requirement from the governance perspective. But now with ESG, they have to give a a very solid plan, how you are contributing to the environment, how you are contributing for the society, how you are contributing from the governance perspective. Okay, if you fail on any of these count, then you will not be successful. And the flip side of it, the advantage, okay, it will be that once the companies start doing this, okay, this particular ESG path, they will automatically be taking care of the ethics of the social and the environmental norms, and in turn it will be beneficial for everyone. Okay, and that way we will be able to have a sustainable and a culture where each and every company will be supporting the social divestiture and other things. Okay, so that going forward we would not be able to uh, kind of go back and correct the things. It would be a ongoing path where we have to take care of all these three things at a single time. So the thing is that we cannot go back and correct the things. Okay, with the ESG we have to correct things with respect to all these three aspects as and when we are going ahead. Okay, so we cannot do away, or we cannot have other options for ESG. Okay, frankly speaking, considering the next maybe 2 to 5 years, India is going to have a lot of changes on this ESG front. Governance is like ESG would be the other name for governance. Okay, nobody, even the customers, the stakeholders, other stakeholders who would be dependent on you or whom you are dependent on, they would always be checking on these parameters.
Thank you so much for your valuable inputs. You have seen a lot of technological changes in your field. Which are some of the most significant, and what changes do you see ahead with the introduction of AI, ML, IoT, Web 3.0, big data, blockchain, etc.?
Okay, so first thing I would like to kind of categorize these technologies into sections. One would be the current gen technologies like the IoTs, the Web 3.0, the big data. Okay, and another one would be the Gen X technologies like the ML, AI, and the Chat GPTs of the world. Okay, basically the first category of the current gen, right? It would actually bet on or currently solving the problems for the current generation. Okay, I would say I would say that they are there for next 10 years, but after that we don't see a future for those technologies. Okay, because there are these Gen X technologies which are going to take over the world, I would say. Okay, because here in case of ML and the AI, the artificial intelligence, machine learning, and the chat GPTs which are coming out of it, it would change the perspective we do things, and we look at things, and we perform daily tasks. Okay, so the thing is that, for example, if we take chat GPT, right, it will just you just have to give a statement. Okay, and it will give you the meaning, or reference, or whatever kind of referential data you want for that particular word or sentence or question. Okay. uh, Chat gpt is basically based on large learning model. Okay, where a lot of data goes into the training of the chatbot. Okay, and it is not a, a kind of a normal chatbot, because you see that, for example, if there is a consumer appliance a company, they will have chatbots. Okay, so those chatbots are very um, focused on serving only the consumer appliances clients. Okay, but here, if when we compare that with chat gpt has a lot of kind of, you can say, uh, the spectrum of services which chat gpt would be applying. It's There is no comparison currently. Okay, and similarly it goes with the text editor. Like chat gpt is one of the text editor, and then you have the image editor or video creators, you have audio creators, you have book creators. Okay, so you will just have to give a, a description. Okay, and you will have a video or an image or an audio or a book kind of created. Okay, it will not uh, search for the book. Okay, we should not get confused between the google search and a chat gpt, because chat gpt and the kinds of the ai interfaces what we have, right, those are creating the contents. Okay, they are not searching the content which is already available as we do it on the google and the bing. Okay, so that will definitely have a lot of uh, impact on the work we do, the way we do. And this is just starting of the era, I would say. Okay, and we have a lot of work to be done ahead, and lot of things we will be getting, okay, in coming future. And it will also impact from a very basic level, from a layman level, it will be getting impacted. Okay, because for example, if a bank or a financial institution wants to introduce artificial intelligence in their day-to-day life or operations, uh, for example, they would just have a artificial intelligence bot created, and to identify fraudulent transactions. Okay, and they will give the inputs to that, and it will keep on learning. Okay, what is the difference between a fake transaction, what is the difference between the correct transaction or a valid transaction. And accordingly in the start, it will definitely make some mistakes. Okay, it may identify fake as a valid or valid as fake, but that percentage would be very less currently. Okay, but going forward in next 2 to 3 years, that kind of difference or that kind of error will also not be there. Okay, and you would be amazed that in some time you will not be able to differentiate between what is fake and what is real. Okay, so we have to be responsible, the users have to be responsible when they are using these technologies, keeping in mind that they should not get carried away with the fake stuffs which are created by these ai, which are not existent in this world. Okay, believe me, you will find there are photographs of people who do not exist on this planet. Okay, which are created by ai, and they are real. You will not have any problem or any defect. You can see that his eye is that way, he's so there is no way you can identify a real or a fake. Okay, so that is the importance, and that is the impact what this gen x technologies will have on our lives.
They're like pros and cons of everything.
Yes, that is.
Thank you for sharing so much knowledge. And now that you are an ESG and corporate governance expert, what values do you offer the corporate world?
Oh, that actually it has added a lot of power. I can say sharpness to the already knowledge which I had. Okay, because with ESG and corporate governance, I come to know what all things are required from the governance perspective, which will add value to the investors, okay, to the customers, and in turn to the organization. Okay, also this will actually be able to help us in ethnic culture within the organization, so that we can take care of the social diversity, the environment, along with the responsible decision making to achieve the success we want. Okay, so that both these factors, the ESG and corporate governance, has definitely enhanced my knowledge to a level where I can see things in a different perspective altogether. And when I'll be taking decisions from a risk perspective, from a operations perspective, from a successful strategy perspective, it will definitely have a different, altogether a different kind of output, because these are very valuable perspectives which are getting added. Without these, your decisions, okay, may be questioned, okay, because you are not getting that kind of getting into that kind of uh, area where you are able to see everything while you are taking decision. When you consider you have a knowledge of ESG and corporate governance, it gives you overall picture of what is the environment and what is the area you are taking the decision for. Okay, and that increases the probability of your success. Okay.
Thank you for sharing such valuable inputs.
Yeah.
We are building FaceTime with Leaders community for cross pollination of knowledge and a community of independent directors for having a better corporate governance in the country. So, what are your insights and thoughts about these initiatives taken by Mr. Zishan Pathan, Mr. Heval Mehta, and the whole World Development Corporation team?
I would like to congratulate Mr. Jishan Patan and Mr. Heval Mehta, along with the whole team, for this particular innovative concept. Okay, and this will enable the current leaders, the aspiring leaders, the future leader to cultivate each other thoughts and concepts of success. Okay, and also the valuable experiences, right? As I'm sharing my experiences and my learning, it will have some other perspective for other leaders. Okay, and maybe I will also go through will be getting more perspective of other leaders, what they have done in their professional career, and accordingly I will also be learning a lot of things. Okay, so this framework of of getting the thoughts and knowledge and experiences from the leader, the current leaders, would definitely be helping us to be very successful as a leader. Okay, also from in this kind of a framework of corporate governance, right? Where the corporate governance is applied across the industries and geographies, right? We will definitely be fruitful and get a tech savvy or and a governance savvy leader community, okay, which will help overall this particular sector to be successful in long run. Okay, so I welcome this particular initiative a lot.
Thank you so much for your kind and inspiring words, sir. Great. It was fantastic conversing with you, and I'm confident that your insights will inspire future leaders. Thank you so much, Yogesh sir, for joining us today. Wish you all the best for your future endeavors. Moreover, trust that this initiative by Directors Institute has unquestionably expanded the participants' understanding and enriched their minds. Thank you so much for joining us today. Have a wonderful day ahead, sir.
Thank you, thanks a lot.
Thank you so much.